Recording. Hi everyone, this is Claire from the Yoga Chapel and Self-Care with Claire online, Terri-Lynn. Terri-Lynn is a massage therapist and a lymphatic drainage specialist, and she's just going to go over who she is and what she is. Everybody probably knows already, but Terri-Lynn, go for it.
Hi, I'm Terri-Lynn Penney. I work out of a wellness spa as a registered massage therapist, lymphatic therapist, and I also own Salt of the Earth, the salt therapy room, which is also great for your lymphatic system. So yeah, here today is about stress and lymph. So what do you want to start with, Claire?
What is our lymphatic system? Most people probably know, but just like an overview of what it is, where it is, and what it does.
So your lymph system, as most people actually don't know that their lymph system runs your entire body. So it's actually from head to toe. It runs right alongside your circulatory system. And it often takes fluid out of your bloodstream if it has too much and puts it in if it needs it. So you have lymph nodes and lymph vessels that run your entire body. Its main function is to pick up foreign substances, toxins, and keep your body clean. It also is a huge immunity booster, part of your immune system. So, really huge for right now. Yeah, so that's really huge for right now. I know a lot of people are really focused on trying to keep their immune systems strong. So yeah, that's pretty much the basics of it. It's a pretty intricate system. There's a lot of functions, but for today's purpose, we'll sort of keep it basic to that. And anybody who knows me knows that I go on and on and on about inflammation, and your lymph system is huge in keeping inflammation out of your body. It's your first line of defense for your body. So if you have an injury or a histamine reaction or anything that is abnormal in your body sends in the little fighters, and it goes a little overboard. So it will just go crazy, send an inflammation in, and then your lymph system will clean it out. The problem is that we have so many things that we're exposed to in our environment. We put on our skin, things that we eat all around us all the time. So our body's constantly in a state of inflammation. So trying to keep it, some inflammation is good. You don't want to be completely inflammatory in your entire body. You do want your body to be fighting some things off, but it's like a snowball effect. So you have a storm, you eat dairy is a huge big one. So we'll just use that for an example. If you're eating dairy and you have a pile of inflammation in your body and you keep eating it, your lymph system can't clean out that snow pile. It's just like one storm after the other piling the inflammation on. So it's trying, and it'll get sluggish because it's trying to get rid of that pile of fluid and get out, and then you continue to more on top of it. So then you get sluggish, you feel poopy, your immune system will be down, you'll feel bloated, you'll feel swollen, your adrenals will be just gone crazy, which your adrenals are two little spots on the back right by your kidneys, and those are the little organs that release cortisol, so the stress hormone in your body. So we need that to we need to keep those clean and healthy and working properly right now as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And so what is the lymphatic system? Is it like under the skin? Is it like, what does it look like? And I guess where it is, or I guess
it's all over your body, and it looks similar to the vessels of your like veins and arteries. A lot of people can picture what your veins and your arteries look like because there's pictures of that always everywhere you go in doctors' offices and whatnot. It looks very similar to that. Also, instead of like blue and red, it looks white. The difference between your circulatory system vessels and your lymph vessels is that there's no muscular layer. So this is the big thing with, you're always trying to get lymphatic flow against gravity because there's no muscles. It works like a pump system. So the pump system is what helps move the fluid along. And you're trying to get all of that fluid in your body to here right behind your collarbones. So you have your two collarbones, you have two main terminuses right behind them, and everything in your body is trying to get to those. So like from toes up.
Okay.
Yeah, from toes up, head down, arms up. It's all trying to go up. So that's why inversions are really great. Actually, it's one of the things I've made some notes so I don't go off on a tangent. But the inversions are a really great way to support your lymph system. because you're literally putting yourself upside down and just letting that fluid flow right down and up into those two terminuses. When they get there, when the fluid finally gets to there, it then drains into a vein, goes down into your heart, then your heart brings it to your kidneys and your liver. That fluid gets filtered once again, and then you excrete it out of your body.
Okay. And that's
so keeping
pee and poo, that not through sweat.
Sweat is a huge way. Sweat is one of the ways that your body will get rid of it for sure. Your skin is your biggest organ in your body, right? And it's a huge lymphatic part of your lymphatic system. So yes, sweating is huge. I mean, we've talked about before, just keeping your armpits clear, whether you're a man or a woman, so that your chest can properly drain. Because your chest from your bottom rib cage right up to your collarbone all drains into your armpit on either side. So if your armpits are congested, then all of that fluid that your body's trying to get rid of will go back down and just sit in there because it can't drain to the area it's supposed to. So once the armpits will become clear, then it can go. But then you get that snowball effect again because its inflammation keeps piling on top.
Well, this is time, COVID, no deodorant. We don't see anybody.
No, don't wear bra, don't wear any deodorant. No, who cares? And the thing is if you give up your antiperspirant right now, I mean, I did a video about this a while ago. If you give up your antiperspirant, your deodorant, whatever, and let your armpits detox, you'll probably stink for the first week or two. But then you'll notice, don't smell anymore unless you don't shower or work out or whatever, then you're going to smell. But I really let
deodorant, I don't think in 12 years.
Yeah, I'm worn deodorant.
Awesome, and I don't smell. The only time I do smell though is when I'm nervous.
Yeah.
I notice I'm perfect time.
Then you got hormones that are releasing in your body, right? Yeah. You got different hormones.
It's pretty interesting connotation. Anyway, but COVID, perfect. Don't wear deodorant. You'll be better off.
Let your armpits breathe, people.
Just let them breathe. So it goes, so these are the two main terminuses to clean. Is this what they're doing, is cleaning your system?
You have lymph nodes along the way. So say if we'll talk you go from your feet up. So your feet drain all the way up your calf and into the back of your knee. So that's a major node area. Everything in the lower leg drains to that area. It gets clean and filtered, and then it'll get moved on up the leg into your inguinal lymph nodes, which is in your groin. Then that gets clean and filtered again. Then it moves up into your abdomen. Right below your belly button, there's a part that's called cisterna chyli. So right below, that's where everything in your abdomen, all your organs, everything from your legs, all drains to that. And then that brings it up to the two nodes here. And then your arms, obviously, from your hand to your elbow. So your elbow has a major node area, and then up into your armpit, and then up into your neck. So your neck is like head office, is what I always tell people. You have 600 nodes in your body, and 150 of them are in your neck. So this needs to be clean all the time. And you can be super clean in your diet. You could be staying away from your major, things that cause you histamine reactions in your body and inflammation. But you can also have decreased flow from immune disease. You can have decreased flow from muscle tension, from stress. It's just things that you're putting on your skin or putting in your body. Right. So it's also about, the whole mind-body connection, right? Yeah.
So was there any, so stress, how does stress affect you just said it, so for example, that's how I feel stress in my shoulders and my neck. So then that stress affects the lymphatic system.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't drain properly.
Yeah.
Head office.
Yeah. So, stress is brutal, period. Right. And no matter what we're doing, whether we're staying at home with COVID, we just live in a world that stress is at around every corner now. So managing it the best way you can, whatever works for you, is what you need to do. And I say this to my clients in my massage room all the time. You need to move your body. I don't care how you move your body. And the exercise world has become very much about you need to beat yourself up and you need to go to the gym 10 times. And no, you don't. You could go for a nice walk. You're moving your body. You can do a gentle yoga practice. You're moving your body. And the yoga is probably one of the best you can do inversions. And straight upside down. Pardon? Oh, did I cut out? Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, so when I say inversions in yoga, people think, God, I can't do that. Like that's advanced practice for people. I don't mean you have to be right upside down doing shoulders to their hands. Downward dog is an inversion.
Yeah.
Draping over your leg. If you do a sun salutation or do 10 sun salutation, there you go. It's when your heart is above, right?
Yeah.
It's when your heart or your head is above your heart. That's an inversion. So it can be it doesn't have to be you're doing advanced yoga techniques.
Right. Like how about legs up the wall?
Legs up the wall, amazing. One of the best things you can do. I have so many people who have creepy crawly legs, especially work on your legs. If you're standing on them all day, it's an issue. And then if you sit to a desk all day, we're getting cut off at the knees, which you do sitting in a computer chair. A lot of people have a lot of issues in their legs. The only modification I make with people for lymphatic flow, some people do legs up the wall purposely to help relax them. But when you do legs up the wall, you also want to put like a pillow, block, a bolster, I don't know what it is, under sacrum. So then it puts your inguinal area, your groin. Yeah, so like when you scooch into the wall and get your butt into the wall and your legs up, lift your butt up and then put a block or a pillow, whatever you've got, doesn't have to be anything special, underneath your sacrum, so right above your tailbone, because then that puts you at a bit of an angle. If you just stick your butt straight in the wall and your legs up the wall, you're at an L, so you're cutting off the inguinals. So that pillow will just put you at a little bit of angle. You don't want to cut anything off.
Right.
So that's also another point. Wearing tight clothing, tight bras, tight underwear, anything that's digging into your skin and leaving an imprint is a no-no, because then you are applying too much pressure to your lymphatic system and flow will happen to that point. So say if you have really tight underwear, that's the most common thing I see with people, is that they wear those elastic band underwear and everything will flow up from their legs and into their abdomen, but it can't go past their abdomen. So oftentimes they'll have really bloated bellies and their legs are sore and creepy crawly because the fluid will come up, it's cut off and can't go anywhere, so it all goes back down. And inflammation is the root of all disease, right? So we want to keep it moving and flowing.
Right.
Yeah.
So okay, so then just a few basic things, just I'm going to reiterate because you're cutting in and out sometimes.
Okay.
Moving your body, just walking is perfect. Inversions, gentle yoga is great. The legs up the wall with the bolster, anything that your head is below your heart or above your heart?
Above your heart.
Above?
Or below your heart. Well, no, your heart is above your head. Sorry. I had to like go upside down to like think about how to say that right.
Okay, so that's awesome. So like our dogs or like sun salutations, doesn't have to be super aggressive. How about breath work? Does that help the lymphatic system as well?
Yeah, that's the other. So I had a list of things, and deep diaphragmatic breathing is a huge one. So that essentially is when you take a nice big belly breath, you fill your belly, then the sides of your ribs, and then your upper ribs. So oftentimes I get people to lie down and do that and take that big breath, just because it's easier to get more expansion into the diaphragm when we lie down than it is sitting up. You're just more restricted when you're sitting up. It is actually really good practice to try to do it when you're sitting up to just get that strength in your diaphragm. But if you really want to get a full big breath, deep diaphragmatic breathing is also a huge, not only a pump for the lymph system, it's like when you do and you get a nice big belly and cage breath, you were just, it's like a bicycle pump for your organs. And your organs your spleen is on your left, you have your liver on your right. These are huge lymphatic organs, huge. Your kidneys are filter organs as well. Like anything that we can keep the abdomen open and flowing, especially now, like we're all eating a bit crappier maybe than we normally would be. We're all drinking alcohol, like more than we would be. So like, and I'm not saying don't have your glass of wine a day, because I'm not going to do that. So I'm not going to say that. But keeping it's all about balance, right? I'm a huge person about balance. So like you know, I go for a walk every day, or I've been doing yoga a few times a week, go out for a bike ride. If you don't feel comfortable going out for a walk around your own property, go up and down your stairs. It doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Right.
You know, go around your house if you have whatever. Doesn't matter.
And we're also cleaning ourselves out, not wearing the makeup, not wearing the perfume, not wearing the deodorant.
Oh,
huge. Yeah. And then we're all in fucking pajamas.
Yeah.
No one knows what's underneath here. You know what I mean? No tightness here.
I know.
No bra even.
No, I have my sweater on, hiding that, you know, I'm not wearing a bra. But so the one, yeah, one of the biggest things that everybody can do at home that is good for everybody, unless you have late stage cardiac issues, which I don't think anybody who's watching this have.
Well, if they do,
it's hot and cold. They don't do this. Hot showers are the best thing you can do for your lymph system. If you do nothing else, do a hot and cold shower. So what you do is you have your shower, yeah, have your shower, do your normal thing, and then I hate cold. So if I can do this, you can do this. But cold, the best thing for your lymphatic system. Okay. Heat brings blood, and with blood comes inflammation. Cold flushes it all out. So that's pretty basic to remember. So what you want to do is when you're having your shower, at the end of the shower, slowly turn the hot water down and just let your body adjust to the cold. Just slow little bits, and then eventually till it's, you know, as cold as you can stand. Make sure that you're breathing, you know, nice big breaths. Don't freak out. What happens is when you're having a hot shower, all your vessels are dilated and big, everything's flowing. And then when you have the cold, it what is the word? Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Pumps. That's the word. There you go. It pumps the vessels to shrivel down. So then you have the pump action in your vessels, and it's allowing all of that fluid to flow out, and you're getting rid of all of the excess foreign substances, toxins out of your body. So, I mean, you can do that alone.
Easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got like one of these.
I was going to say dry brushing too. It's a great one. If you have one, I mean, those are easy to get. You can even if you're making your one-stop shop to whatever. I mean, I know John Rain has them, Zaire, Sobeys, they're all right. So when you do your shop out for the week or whatever you're doing, you can get them anywhere. And they're easy. The thing with dry is that there's so many bad videos online showing you how to do it. So just remember, there's so many bad videos online about a lot of things. When you're doing it, you're essentially trying to bring it in the direction of up here, right? So always think you're bringing it up, right? So you're brushing towards your armpit, you're brushing towards your neck. So your head is also considered a limb, right? You're also brushing down because you want everything to go here. So if you remember that everything is supposed to come up into the direction of those terminuses, then you'll do it right.
And should you stop?
So you can, you know,
I'm starting at my feet. Do I kind of focus that to the back of my legs where one of the terminuses is?
Where your lymph nodes are in the back. Yeah. So when you're coming up your leg, you're naturally encouraging the fluid. It will just go along its own pathway. It is very intricate in the way the lymphatic flows, right? So it is like, this is how I go, and I'm going to go this way. So when you're brushing it up the leg, it will naturally flow along. Even if it's the front of the leg, it will follow its pathway and go in the back of the knee and then back up. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's incredible system.
It's what?
So lots of water. I mean, pardon?
What was the last part, sorry?
Drink water. What would you say?
Drink water. Okay.
Yeah. We're like, what? Lots of water. I mean,
so I'm like, what did you say?
Yeah, drinking lots of water is always helpful. I mean, I'm drinking coffee right now, which is diuretic, but you know, always I gotta have my Rebel coffee in the morning. Come on.
I know.
But yeah, you know, drink lots of water during the day. What I do, because I forget, like most of us do, just fill up a glass of water, and I just always have it in my kitchen where I'm always walking by. So when I walk by, I just drink some. That way then I'm actually getting water, because I find when I was at work, I had that system, and then when I got home, I was like, oh, I'm not drinking any water because I had myself in the habit of having it on my desk at work, and now at home I was like, oh, I do the same thing here, or I forget, right?
No.
So yeah, drink lots of water. It keeps your lymphatic fluid flowing. If you want to picture your lymph fluid when you're congested, dehydrated, or stressed, which, you know, a lot of people are very stressed right now, your lymph system gets really gummy. So the fluid will be really thick and just kind of moving along really, really, really slow. So the less stress that you can feel, the more, you know, you can eat, the more balanced you can feel, and the more hydrated you are, the more fluid your lymph will flow.
That's awesome.
I did make a couple of notes about, so, you know, because it's really, you had mentioned, you know, like, let's keep this about stress and the lymphatic system.
Or anything,
you know, because
whatever you feel.
yeah, because a lot, well, I mean, a lot of people are feeling very stressed. We don't, you know, nobody knows how to live like this. Nobody knows what it's like after.
Right.
And I really feel like you just accept that there's no right way to do this. Stress you will feel. You just need to do what you do to get through the day, whatever that is. Like, if one day you have to stay at home, you're killing it as a parent. Yeah.
Hold on, just pause for 1 sec, because what you're saying is really awesome, and you just got
Okay.
frozen. So
Okay.
let's start that again.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're at home, if you're at home and you have kids and you're, you know, you're killing it one day and you're doing all the things and you're creative and you're doing schoolwork and you're all the things and you're awesome. And then the next day you just feel like crap and you're just putting your kid in front of the TV and you're feeding them Kraft dinner. And then you are feeling more guilty because you're doing, no, don't. Your kid is fine. They're not going to like come out the other side of this, or yourself or your husband or partner or whatever are not going to come out the other side worse off because you ate Kraft dinner a few times and you watch more television than you should have. You have to do what your body is asking you to do. So if your body is saying, you know what, I feel like shit today and I need to cry. Sit down and cry. Let it out. Watch TV all day. I watch the Golden Girls. It keeps me sane. Right? Whatever. Like, you just have to do what you have to do. So that, I think, getting your mind wrapped around that fact that you're just doing what you need to do, you're keeping yourself and your family healthy, that's all that matters. When you are stressed, just to be a bit technical about it, when you are stressed, your adrenals, they release cortisol. That's the stress hormone that we have in our body. Our body can handle so much cortisol in a day. So it can, you know, you can release so much and it can handle it in a healthy way. It's when it's constantly shooting out cortisol that it's not good for our bodies. So it reduces your immune function if you have too much cortisol running. It also reduces circulation of the antibodies in your body, which, you know, we really want our good antibodies floating around, anything that we come in contact with. So you want to keep all those things high. You want to keep your immune function high. I mean, besides the physical activities of what you can do, really getting your mind healthy is the number one thing that you can do to keep your stress levels down. I mean, eating well and exercising are all huge, but your mind needs to be healthy. It needs to be, so, you know, I mean, I know a lot of therapists that are doing online therapy sessions for people, and, you know, if you've got a Zoom chat with your girlfriend and have a glass of wine, whatever it is that you need to do, you know, keep your mind healthy. Meditation is really, really great. I am a person who goes off and on meditation. I really like guided meditation. So when I am a good girl and I do them, I really like it before bed because I'm a huge dreamer and it helps me sleep and sleep deeply. So I'll sit up in bed, do a meditation for like 10 or 15 minutes and then lie right down and go to sleep. And I get a really good deep sleep. And when I get a good sleep, I can tackle anything the next day. And I think that's true for most people.
Great for our immune system and all of our systems is sleep.
Yeah.
Sleep is key.
Oh, sleep is huge. Sleep is huge. Sleep is number one.
Sleep is number
yeah.
one.
And they say, like, if you can go to bed early enough, the best sleep for your body is between 10 and 12. That is the deepest sleep you'll get, is between 10 and 12 at night. So if you're not a night owl like I am, you go to bed at 10, 10:30 and get into a good deep sleep. That's a really good time to get some really healing sleep. But just a good solid 8 hours, you need that. You really need that. I also really like Ayurveda. Yeah. I also really like Ayurvedic medicine stuff, and Ayurveda's been around for a bazillion years, and it's amazing, and as you guys know, right? So they suggest their lifestyle tools are meditation. You strengthen your digestion. Digestion is such a finicky and sensitive subject for a lot of people, because we eat what we want to eat because we love it, and there's so much emotion attached to food, which I'm a huge emotional eater, so I get it. I know I don't look like an emotional eater, but I am. I love chips. Like, chips are my thing. If I could just eat chips all day long, I would. But yeah, right. But I mean, you have to have a balanced diet and figure out what your body likes and what your body doesn't like. So there is the big, gluten and dairy are the big inflammatory foods out there, but some people don't have inflammatory responses to them. So if you feel fine after eating them, you don't get bloated, you don't get wheezy, congested, extra phlegm in your throat, then eat it. Find what works for you. Jumping on fad diets and those things where like, oh, it's strict and this is what you need to eat, everybody should eat this and you're going to lose 20 pounds. Like, don't do that. No, do what works for you. And what you do is eat things you figure out, then you continue on that. And just I really think from Sarah Bradford, and because she's huge into Ayurvedic stuff too, is eating with your season. So eating the vegetables and fruits that are in season right now, it really helps balance your body and keep your body in a good rhythm. I mean, keeping your stomach, your gut digestion as clean as you can, and that doesn't mean that you don't eat anything that's bad for you, but just keeping it that where it's supporting your own body is a really huge part of the lymphatic system too, because you're getting those nutrients, you're not adding extra inflammation into the body, and you're just giving it power to do what it needs to do. So I think, yeah, that was really all the notes I made about that. The last two, and I always talk about turmeric because it's such a simple, easy thing that we can buy. So turmeric and holy basil are two of the main sort of Ayurvedic herbs that you can eat. And they're, both, holy basil is a little bit harder to get. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you can't, but turmeric everywhere, put it in everything. I had posted a while ago on a hot drink that I like to make. So it's turmeric, juice of lemon,
like
hot water.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah. You can do powder, you can do the root, whatever one works for you. I always buy the turmeric powder because I don't want to cut it up, to be honest. Yeah, so I just buy organic turmeric powder.
Okay.
Brad has often bought the root and we'll just chop it up. And so whatever floats your boat, either one is good. I do try to encourage people to buy organic just because, to cut down on pesticides going in your body. Right. But yeah, turmeric is anti-inflammatory. It is huge. It creates new brain cells. So when you are feeling stressed about and you ingest turmeric, it will help create new brain cells, which will help fight off the stress, the cortisol hormone going through your body. So it's
your drink on the thing below in the YouTube thing.
Yeah.
People can follow that. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's tasty. I like it. I mean, you can make it as sweet or as not sweet with like honey or maple syrup or whatever, but it's a good one. I always feel like when I'm like, oh, like this is just like so warming and good for my body. I feel like I'm giving my body a hug. Yeah, so it's a good one. Yeah, so I can I'm going to hug the crap out of everybody when this is over, let me tell you.
It's going to be really beautiful.
I know. Circle hugs everywhere. Yeah, so I mean, turmeric is an easy one that we can add, I mean, I don't like to eat it alone. It's not something that I love to eat. Yeah, so I add.
FYI to everybody, turmeric is a crazy stainer.
Yeah. Oh, it stains the crap out of stuff. But I just add it to stuff. Like if I have fried eggs, I'll sprinkle turmeric and some black pepper. You need pepper, like cayenne, black pepper, anything like that, sort of with it to make it be the most powerful in your body. So when I make fried eggs, I'll sprinkle a little bit of turmeric and a little bit of black pepper on my fried eggs, and you can't taste it on my eggs. So then I'm getting it that way.
It doesn't really have a taste. It does have a weird astringent, I guess, word.
Yeah, it's a bit, yeah. Some people love it, but like.
I love it. It's in like
yeah.
that I have, but
yeah.
Okay, well, I love it. That's lots of like really, really simple solutions that I'll reiterate. You got cut off a little bit sometimes, but I'll reiterate some of the main points, and that's awesome. That was super helpful.
Awesome. Well, and I mean, I always say this when we do this actually at your studio, that anybody at any time can send me an email or, an instant message on Instagram or whatever, if they have any questions or concerns or anytime. I mean, I check my email. I'm trying not to be too crazy on my phone and stuff because I do have kids. So, if you want to send me an email if you have any questions anytime, like people can message me. I have no problem starting a conversation or helping anybody out. Post my, they can have my email and whatever. Yeah.
I'll put your Instagram and, you want to after that. That'd be awesome. And awesome. I'm just going to press end record, but we're going to continue to talk for a second. But
okay. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Terri-Lynn. That was super helpful and amazing. And we're all going to be these like lymphatic queens and kings after this. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.